Hi, my name is Corey Morrow from JAYCO. We're out here today at Affinity RV's 22nd anniversary sale. Today we're going to be featuring the PINNACLE 36SSWS, and we're going to be talking a little bit about the details and the things that JAYCO does behind the scenes that separates us from the competition. Starting in the front here, this generator compartment, whether you get my generator option or the gen prep, that's going to be nice and finished like that no matter what. So this area is going to accommodate a 5,500 watt Onan generator. The reason why that's important, it's going to accommodate up to 2 ACs. On the off-door side over there, we give you an area to accommodate up to 6 batteries, and we give you the cables to run those in series. They're in the goodies box underneath the bed. Also, part of my gen prep. So standard, you're going to get 2 30-pound LP bottles on the off-door side. When you get the generator prep option, we're going to increase those to 2 40s. We're going to add a third 40 on the door side here, and plumb all that together for a total of 120 pounds of LP on board. And then coupled with that, we're also going to run the start-stop switch and the hour meter and install that in the centralized control panel inside the coach. So basically what that means to you is it makes it plug and play for the service department to put that generator in for you. Here in the pass-through storage, this is all heated. Also, we have a central vac. You might say, so what, Corey, in this price point, everybody has a central vac? Well, at JAYCO, we're always thinking of functionality. How's the end user going to be using the coach? So we put the canister for the central vac here. You also, at the steps going to the upper deck in the bedroom area, you have a spot for the kick plate for brooming and then a spot for the hose. But we give you this canister here to hook up the hose, and then we give you 40 feet of hose so you can actually use that on the tow vehicle as well. Paying attention to detail with JAYCO while we're right here, I just want to show you how we finish off the fender skirt. Okay, so we actually take the fender skirt from the door, wrap it around the main frame here, gives it a nice finished look. You'll notice that, now that I pointed that out, you'll notice that on competitive products that they choose not to spend the money in that area. Also, the MORRIDE steps, this is a gas strut assisted step. Okay, so no matter where you're at, if it gets away from the customer, it's nice and safe, it's not going to smash to the ground. Again, thinking of functionality, we put a custom grab handle. So the demographic of this buyer, maybe sometimes we have some mobility issues, maybe a shoulder, maybe a knee. So this is functional from all the way up to all the way down. Okay? Paying attention to the slide room end walls, the way that we laminate our slide room end walls. If you push on a competitive product and you feel that flex, the problem with that is it's a lesser expensive way to build the coach, but the problem is you get seal voids along this trim piece right here. So the rainwater runs down, soaks in, wicks into the carpet. Usually a customer doesn't notice that until it's, you get that musty smell. It's behind a dinette or behind an entertainment center, somewhere where you really don't notice. This unit actually has my outside TV option, which is a nice feature for entertaining outside, but the coolest thing is on the inside, which I'll show you that in a moment when we get in there. To explain a little bit about the details that JAYCO goes and the extra lengths that we go to ensure that you're getting the most value for your money is the way that we laminate our sidewalls. So basically what we do is we take the 2-inch aluminum frame, block foam insulation, a layer of Luan, then the fiberglass skin, build the sandwich, put that into a giant food saver bag, shrink wrap that down at 144 tons of pressure for 16 to 18 minutes. As opposed to what the competition does is they build the same sandwich the same way, but then they put it through a pinch roller. So that's 2 steel rollers that slowly go through, so the pressure's only on the sidewall for a fraction of a second. So the odds of a delam or a delamination on a vacuum bonded sidewall versus a pinch roll is a lot less. Also, real quick, I'd like to touch on a procedure that we call cut and fit. And basically what that means to you as a customer is when my lamination department routes out this baggage door, entry door, the large baggage door, we save that piece of fiberglass, we send that to our baggage door supplier so we know that that same piece of fiberglass that came off the same roll of fiberglass that built the sidewall, that they're going to be matching. So you might have seen units out there in the field or possibly on a used lot that you'll see a white sidewall, a yellow baggage door, that type of thing. That's because it's not mated glass. It's 2 different, basically, rolls of glass. Okay. Just real quick while we're right here, we're going to talk about Goodyear Tires. This is the Goodyear Beast tire. Goodyear started making RV tires here in the US 2 years ago, so we jumped on board with it right away. This is by far and away the highest quality RV tire in the industry. This has a 6-year warranty and an 87 mile/hour speed rating. So you might ask, well, I own brand X, or can I put that Beast tire on my current unit? The answer is no. We actually had to re-engineer this frame to accommodate the size of this tire. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about construction for a minute. So a lot of, like I said, when we first started, a lot of what we do at JAYCO is behind the scenes, the things that you can't see to build a superior product. So part of what that means is we use a one-piece forged I-beam, okay, for our main frame. The structural integrity of one solid piece of steel is going to be far superior than 3 pieces welded like the competition does. This area is what we call our drop frame or pass-through storage, okay? So what the competition does is they'll take their material of choice, whether it's OSB or plywood, and lay it across the main frame. We don't do that at JAYCO. We take a 2x2 tubular steel, put it in kind of like a tic-tac-toe pattern, and then we lay our plywood across there, okay? So this area is your upper deck that's connected to the hitch pin, which is connected to the, obviously, the bed of the truck. Basically what this means to you is we use a much heavier gauge steel to reinforce this area. Okay, so the whole point of talking about these 3 areas of construction is to bring you over to the off-door side, and I'm going to show you the seam here, or should I say the lack thereof. So what the competition does is they'll put a little piece of trim right here underneath your bed slide. Okay, so basically what that is that's an admission of that manufacturer saying, I'm unwilling to put the money into the build, so I'm going to control where your sidewall is going to break. It's basically like an expansion joint that you would expect to see in a sidewalk or a driveway. That mason knows that that driveway is going to crack at some point, so he's trying to control where it's going to crack. Well, that manufacturing process is not okay on an RV. While we're right here, let's talk about our universal docking center. This is the easiest in the industry. It's all color-coded, very, very easy to use. This is a whole house water filtration system, so every drop of water that comes in this coach is filtered down to bottled water quality. Okay, so let's move along to the back real quick. Now on our Pinnacle, this actually has the power cord reel. Okay, makes it nice and easy. I don't know how many of you folks have ever rolled up a 50 amp power cord and tried to lug it around, but it's very, very heavy. So that takes all the work out of it for you. Also a nice feature on Pinnacle is we do both a front and rear cap. This is not only aesthetically pleasing, but also we go an extra length with it by using full body paint. Okay, so your front, your rear cap is full body paint. We use a Sikkens brand paint. Sikkens brand paint is the highest grade automotive paint that you can get in the industry. Manufacturers such as Rolls-Royce, Maserati, that type of manufacturer would use a Sikkens paint. Okay, so while we're here, I would like to talk about smart lighting. Smart lighting is a patent pending thing that is exclusive to JAYCO. So basically what that means to you as a customer is, let's say that you're making a left-hand turn, okay? So you hit that left-hand turn signal. Historically, this taillight's going to flash, right? Well, not anymore. You'll see that inside marker light up top there. That's also gonna flash. All of your lights down this left-hand side, or the door side, is gonna flash. And then also the lights in the front cap are gonna flash on that left-hand side. So no matter if a car's coming from behind, from the side, or from the front, they're gonna know that your family's making that left-hand turn. Okay? Also, coupled with my with the smart lighting is the LED light strip right here. So basically this works just like your tow vehicle or your car. When you put the unit in reverse, this is gonna light up. It's gonna illuminate the campsite or the driveway, whatever you're backing into. And then if you couple it with the optional backup camera, it works just like a car today. Okay? So that's smart lighting. Here you've got the 2-inch accessory receiver. This has a 200-pound tongue weight. So this is literally limited to your imagination or whatever your hobby is. So let's say that you're into kayaking. You can get a kayak holder, a bike holder, a grill. Let's say that you want to haul firewood and you want that rack. So it's literally limited to whatever you're into. So a lot of times folks will ask us, does this have a heated and closed underbelly? So my answer is always yes, but what I like to do is explain a little bit more detail to them. JAYCO is one of the only manufacturers that has a research and development department connected to their corporate office. So basically what we did was we filled all these tanks and lines with water, put this unit into a freeze chamber for 8 hours at 0 degrees, and was able to sustain a temperature of 68 degrees inside the coach. Pulled the unit outside the freeze chamber, pulled the termination valves, all the water came out nice and fluid, backed it back in there at 100 degrees for 8 hours, and kept an ambient temperature of 72 degrees inside the coach. Okay? This is all documented data on jayco.com, so feel free to go to our website to see that data. So that's a pretty good rundown for the outside. If you would follow me into the inside, and we'll talk a little bit about that. Okay, so when we first come in, I noticed that we have the upgraded 18 cubic foot two-way refrigerator. It's going to come standard with the 21 cubic foot residential. This is probably market correct the majority of the time out west here. Earlier we were talking about the outside TV option. So what I like about the TV option is when you get the outside TV option, we're going to give you this countertop. We're going to build this cabinet out here to house the TV. But most importantly, what I like is this free floating table like you would expect in a motorhome. You'll notice there's no pedestal here underneath. Okay, if you do not get this TV option, then you're going to get a standard pedestal table. Okay, everything in here is real cherry wood. Okay, from your doors, drawers, slide room fascia, everything's real cherry wood. Okay, also you're going to notice the farm style apron sink. We also started prepping all of Pinnacle's for a dishwasher. So if you choose to get a dishwasher or have the service department add a dishwasher, it goes right underneath the sink. All of your plumbing, your electrical, everything's right there for you. While we're in the kitchen area, we upgraded to the gourmet style cooktop with the larger oven. This also has my optional convection microwave. Got your large pantry with your drawers. Again, I mentioned earlier about talking about functionality. We're always thinking about how is the end user going to be using the product. You'll notice here how we take a LED light strip and run it down the entire length of the pantry. What a lot of the competition will do is take a puck light like you see in the ceiling and put it up here in the ceiling in the pantry, which is great for the top shelf, but it's not really functional for the rest of it.
The way is where the day is packed with wonder.
Here you'll notice the pop-up TV. We do this on a manual TV because of the egress window or the escape window behind it. Okay, just pull the lever and it pops up for you. Also underneath the entertainment center, you'll notice the Furrion 40-inch fireplace. This can be used on a 100-degree day just for ambience, or it is actually a 5,000 BTU functional furnace, so it works like a ceramic heater you'd plug in at home. You can set the thermostat on 72 degrees and it'll cycle on and off for you. Also on Pinnacle, what you're going to get standard is two 15K whisper quiet ACs. So up here you're going to notice there's no AC protruding through the ceiling. Okay, over on each side is your return airs. You've got another one up there in the master bedroom. All of that is ducted together, but yet we keep it dual zone. So let's say that dad wants to go to bed early, he wants it at 72 degrees, mom wants to stay out here reading a book, she wants to keep it at 70 degrees, they can do that. Also here we have our 72-inch residential sleeper sofa. This folds out into a tri-fold with memory foam. Okay, so we're going to go to the upper deck here, which is what, in my opinion, really sells this coach and separates it and makes it stand out from everybody else in the industry. Here in the bathroom, you're going to notice the double lav sink and how it's lit around the outside there. And also the very, very pretty shower. Okay, this is our glass walk-in shower. You've got the teak seat. Absolutely beautiful. So coming into the master bedroom, I believe this is what really sells this coach, okay? You've got the slide and a slide. So you've got the slide room here that encompasses the dryer along with the bed slide, but then you'll notice the bed is also in a slide. So it gives us this enormous amount of room here at the foot of the bed. This is a dance floor at the foot of the bed. Then we were able to put the 34-inch fireplace right here with the entertainment center above, the large window, the large seating area with a window in the front cap and a nice shade. Okay, I've had questions come up about these windows in the front cap. JAYCO is a very conservative company. Anytime a supplier comes to us with a component, it goes through rigorous testing before we go to market with it. We want to make sure that it's market correct. It's not only going to function for you, but it's also going to protect us for a 2-year warranty. So we went through rigorous testing from rain bays to shooting 2x4s at it, just making sure that it's dialed in and it's perfect before we go to market with it. If you'd like to see this unit, you can see it live out here with us here at Affinity RV in Prescott, Arizona, or you can see it anytime at www.affinityrv.com. Thank you and have a great day.